very good morning and welcome to the Breakfast Rundown on TV1. I'm Therunee Karunaratne. As always, we're coming to you live and direct from our Newsfirst studios here in Colombo. Well, this morning too, we're ready to bring to you details of all the top stories from both here at home and around the world. Stay tuned with us. We have all the news in detail. As always, we start off with news here at home. Police have deployed 3 special teams to investigate a shooting incident in Metiagoda, Gaul, where a woman was killed last night. Police media spokesperson ASP Frederick Wootler stated that the victim, a 48-year-old resident of Metiagoda, is believed to have been involved in drug trafficking. According to investigators, the killing appears to be linked to an ongoing dispute between 2 organized criminal gangs, with the woman becoming a target as a result of this rivalry. Police said that the suspects, 2 men on a motorcycle, arrived at the store where the woman was selling alcohol, opened fire with a pistol and fled the scene immediately after the attack. Further investigations into this incident are currently underway. Now, authorities have decided to strengthen security at fisheries harbours to curb the smuggling of drugs into the country through multi-day fishing vessels. Deputy Minister of Fisheries Ratna Gamage stated that the police special task force of police checkpoints will be established at the fisheries harbours as part of these security measures. He said that information on individuals aboard multi-day fishing vessels will be collected at the time of departure, and inspections will be carried out when these vessels return to the country after the fishing operations. The Deputy Minister added that several police checkpoints have already been set up at key fisheries harbours. A discussion between security agencies and officials of the Ministry of Fisheries was recently held regarding further measures required to prevent the smuggling of narcotics into the country using multi-day fishing craft. Now, the Government Medical Officers Association says that the trade union action launched in government hospitals will continue today as well. GMOA media spokesperson Dr. Chamil Vijay Singha stated that their demands have not yet been addressed. The association commenced an island-wide trade union action yesterday from 8 a.m. in protest against proposals in the 2026 budget. As part of this action, doctors refrained from issuing medical checks required for patients to purchase medicine and equipment from outside, along with several other trade union measures. Now, Dr. Chamil Vijay Singha added that the trade union action was launched in response to what they describe as the neglect of the health sector and medical professionals of Sri Lanka under the 2026 budget. Meanwhile, President Anurukumara Dissanayake has urged the association to support the government's efforts to maintain economic stability that has been rebuilt. The president made these remarks during a meeting that was held yesterday with the GMOA. He noted that although the economy collapsed in 2022, it has now been brought back to a stable position, and maintaining this stability remains a key priority of the government. The president further expressed hope that the GMOA would extend its support in achieving this objective. According to a statement that was issued by the president's media division, the association met the president yesterday to present their concerns, and the president assured them that their issues would be considered in due course. And in more local news, the third day of the 2026 Budget Committee stage debate is scheduled to take place today. Accordingly, the expenditure heads of the Ministry of Public Security and the Ministry of Defence will be taken up for debate. The committee stage debate of the 2026 budget will continue until the 5th of December. The vote on the third reading of the budget is scheduled to be held on the 5th of December at 6 p.m. The second reading of the 2026 budget was passed on the 7th of November with a majority of 118 votes. In a notable development, Mano Ganesan and 2 other MPs of the Tamil Progressive Alliance, which is an allied party of the Samagichana Balavege, voted in favour of the budget, particularly in support of the proposal that was put forward to increase the wages of plantation workers. Jeevan Thundaman, General Secretary of the Ceylon Workers' Congress, who is also part of the opposition, also cast his vote in favour, marking another significant moment during this vote. The 2026 budget was presented to Parliament by President Anurukumara Dissanayake in his capacity as the Minister of Finance on the 7th of this month. With that, let's move on to more local news. The cabinet approval has been granted to establish a port communication system at the port of Colombo. Minister of Ports and Civil Aviation Therunee Karunaratne says that this new system will enable authorities to obtain real-time information on the movement as well as handling of containers. Through this system, details regarding the location of any container and related operational data can be accessed efficiently. The minister adds that similar communication systems have already been implemented in many major ports around the world. The technical evaluation report for the construction of Terminal 2 at the Karunaratne International Airport has been received. According to the Ministry of Ports and Civil Aviation, the tender for construction is expected to be awarded within the first 2 months of next year. Once the second terminal is completed, the airport will gain the capacity to handle and accommodate a significantly higher number of aircraft. Let's move on to the weather forecast for today. The Met Department says that the low pressure area over the island continues to persist and cloudy skies can be expected over most parts of the island. Showers or thunder showers will occur at times in the northern, north central, eastern and Uber provinces. Showers or thunder showers will occur at several places in other areas of the island after 1 p.m. Fairly heavy falls above 75 millimeters are likely at some places in the western, Sabaragamuwa, northwestern, southern and Uber provinces and in the Kandy and Nuwara Eliya districts. Misty conditions can be expected at some places in the Sabaragamuwa, central, Uber and southern provinces during the early hours of the morning. And as always, the general public is requested to take adequate precautions to minimize damages caused by temporary localized strong winds and lightning during thunder showers. With that, let's move on to international news for this morning. A special tribunal in Bangladesh has sentenced former Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina to death after a months-long trial that found her guilty of ordering a deadly crackdown on a student-led uprising last year. The International Crimes Tribunal in capital Dhaka, which tried Hasina and 2 others for charges related to crimes against humanity, handed down the sentence yesterday. The United Nations says up to 1,400 people were killed and thousands injured as Hasina's government cracked down on protesters last year in a desperate bid to cling to power. The highly anticipated ruling, which was broadcast live on national television, came less than 3 months before the first elections in the South Asian country of 170 million people since her overthrow and escape to India in August 2024. Former Home Minister Asaduzzaman Khan was also sentenced to death in absentia after being found guilty on 4 counts of crimes against humanity, while former Police Chief Chaudhry Abdullah Al Mamun, who was in court and had pleaded guilty, was sentenced to 5 years of imprisonment. Meanwhile, the UN Security Council has voted in favor of a US drafted resolution which endorses Donald Trump's 20-point plan for Gaza. Included in the plan is the establishment of an international stabilization force, which the US says multiple unnamed countries have offered to contribute to. The resolution was backed by 13 countries, including the UK, France and Somalia, with none voting against the proposal. Russia and China abstained from voting. Hamas has rejected the resolution, saying it fails to meet Palestinians' rights and demands. The group said that the plan imposes an international guardianship mechanism on the Gaza Strip, which their people and their factions reject. Mike Waltz, the United States ambassador to the UN, told the council that the ISF would be tasked with securing the area, supporting the demilitarization of Gaza, dismantling the terrorist infrastructure, as he said, removing weapons and ensuring the safety of Palestinian civilians. Coming up next is sports news for this morning. And in sports, it's cricket. Two more matches of the 2025 Asia Cup Rising Stars tournament is scheduled to take place today in Doha, Qatar. The Pakistan Shahins will face United Arab Emirates at 3 p.m, while India A will take on Oman at 8 p.m. today. Meanwhile, Sri Lanka's talents continue to shine at the Rising Stars tournament as Sri Lanka A secured a convincing 7-wicket victory against Hong Kong. Batting first in Doha, Hong Kong posted 117 for 9 in their 20 overs. Rising bowling talent Praveen Matthew starred with an impressive 4-wicket haul. In response, Sri Lanka's A chased down the target in just 13.5 overs, losing only 3 wickets. Nuanindu Fernando led the batting effort with an unbeaten 47. The entire tournament is being broadcast live on TV1 of the Maharaja Media Network, which holds the official local broadcasting rights and can also be streamed live via www.sirasatv.lk. Well, before we wrap up this morning's bulletin, we also have an entertainment news item coming right up.
Tom, it's my honor to present you with this Governor Award.
US film superstar Tom Cruise has received his first ever Oscar statuette. Now, Cruise accepted an honorary Oscar at the annual Governors Awards in Hollywood alongside singer-philanthropist Dolly Parton, choreographer Debbie Allen and production designer Wen Thomas. The fourfold Oscar nominee said on Sunday that making films is not what he does, it is who he is, accepting his long-awaited Academy Awards honor with an acceptance speech about his love for cinema.
You should see what y'all look like from here. What a room. I mean, my God, it's just incredible. The studio. My love for cinema began when I, very early age, I mean, as early as I can remember. I was this little kid in this darkened theater, and I remember that beam of light, it just cut across the room, and I remember looking up, and it seemed to me that it just exploded on the screen. And suddenly the world was so much larger than the one that I knew. You know, entire cultures and lives and landscapes, and all of it was just unfolding in front of me. And it sparked something in me. It sparked a hunger for adventure, a hunger for knowledge, a hunger to understand humanity, to create characters, to tell a story, to see the world. And it opened my eyes. It opened my imagination to the possibility that life could expand far beyond the boundaries that I then perceived in my own life. And that beam of light opened a desire in me. It opened the world to me. And I have been following it ever since. Making films is not what I do, it is who I am.
The Top Gun and Mission Impossible actor paid tribute to filmmakers in front of and behind the lens, those he has worked with during his 45-year career, as well as the power of the movies. Upon taking the stage, Cruise received a minutes-long standing ovation and raucous round of applause from film luminaries in the audience, including Steven Spielberg, Leo DiCaprio and Jerry Bruckheimer. Filmmaker Alejandro Iñárritu, who is directing an upcoming Cruise film, presented the actor with this Governor's Award. Cruise made his film debut in 1981 and was previously nominated for Best Actor for Born on the 4th of July and Jerry Maguire. He was also nominated as Best Supporting Actor on the film Magnolia and for producing Top Gun Maverick. And that's a wrap of this morning's edition of the Breakfast Rundown on TV1. Thank you for joining us this morning. Do join us tomorrow as well for more of the very latest from here at home and around the world. Take care. Have a wonderful day ahead.